Like I'm on TV.
With a weather change looking much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
I still remember when he was drafted, there was a little bit of controversy about how high he was selected by the New York Giants. But his talents were revealed. He can make every throw in the book. Surprisingly good athlete. As long as he takes care of the football, doesn't turn it over, he can really make plays.
The rushing numbers for Taylor in last week's ball game. 15 carries, 78 yards. Second down, another run with Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Throwing Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Running straight ahead, Taylor. Oh, what a move. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll run here with a rookie. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Taylor. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, what's the head coach thinking?
Jonathan Taylor with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations and doing everything in his power to follow through.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Options galore here, second and a few inches. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal it or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. They'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Now third down and 7. Now Lawrence. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The Colts offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, Ron.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Finding Williams on the check down. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Colts' 29-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. Off the draw, here's Williams. Nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
Monique said you guys stole one of her jokes.
Think
about jokes, Steven.
I'm Monique. I'm not going. I love my sister. When she goes out for her money and things like that, I get your money, sis. If you feel that your value is that, get it. I hope you get every last single dollar, and I hope they put another $1 million on top of it. Magical performance in Precious. Monique's super talented, man. And but when it comes to like stealing a joke, I don't need to steal joke. That's an old joke. That's like a knock-knock joke. You know what I mean? It's like, that's not a specific joke. That joke been around for years. I never even saw it. It was just something we was like on set and was like, you know what's funny? If we did the Bay Title. Right. But I would never steal. I wouldn't steal anybody's joke. I think it's a crime to steal jokes. I don't steal them. That diminishes my terms as a writer. I can punch your joke and gift you that. I don't watch comedians. If I'm watching a set and you're about to go, I try this right here. All right, good. I don't you stole my joke. That's why, for me now, if it ain't personal, I ain't doing it. Right? I do sets that's about my pain. And I go, what's funny about my pain? Because it's part therapy, and it's part, that's where the best humor comes from. And so you can't steal my pain. You can't steal my life. I have a personal journey. If you hear somebody go, man, I'm the youngest of 10 kids. Nigga, is you? So, no, I would never steal a joke. I love Monique. Respects to Monique.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And this one too low.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they come through on this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Going deep for Diggs. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he couldn't get it to check out. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Lawrence will throw. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll get up near the 45, a spot at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are. Stay with who.
Oh, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Colts are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Jags grab it. And we know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man, Westbrook-Akine. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 3rd and 2.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. And he is caught. And he works free. Touchdown, Jaguars.
That's something you have to do.
His second touchdown of the game, his 3rd of the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. In the second quarter already, his second touchdown reception.
Actually, the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game. I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Point after it, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away.
That's something you have to do like every day.
Get up.
You gotta try it.
And able to get this across the 20. He's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Colts
Something
set
you
to
have to
take
do
over
like
here
every day.
offensively. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And the Jags grab it. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now again up the middle to Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now, if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Now Lawrence to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And it's now 21-7. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt.
I never use all my scans. What's up, Michael? How you doing?
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll drop this down to Taylor. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. Well, the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Yeah, they entiendo. They entiendo. Yeah, me gusta más de
They're going to try and throw.
sonrisa. Somebody. Yeah, I understood it. Yeah, tienes un sonrisa muy bonita.